and welcome to this week's episode of Man, We're Too Old for This, here on the Nerd Eternal Network. I'm your host, the experience that some call Jason, and with me today is...
Blurred Don of the Ville, the Todd Father.
CDL 113, the droid you're looking for.
And the token legal excitement, Tarky.
And today we're going to talk about just a little bit of news coming out of the MCU. Mostly we'll be talking about Scarlett Johansson's lawsuit. And then Kevin Feige has apparently made a post about Spider-Man not having a trailer, which seems unlikely, but we'll get into that. Alright. Todd, can you give us the lowdown on ScarJo's lawsuit?
Scarlett Johansson's basically filed a lawsuit against Disney saying that their simultaneous release of Black Widow on their streaming service has cost her money at the box office. Basically, it has cost her bonus. Said that it has lessened the box office return, and she's got the deal like your old school Avengers, Evans, Hemsworth, all of them have a clause from back in the days when they were lowballing them that if their movies cross a certain threshold at the box office, they get a bonus. And she's basically saying that them releasing it on the streaming service has cost her bonus.
And it has, because they didn't have the streaming service negotiated into any of their bonuses.
That's one. I think the thing that hurt her box office the biggest was the fact that the movie's meh.
Yeah, it came out at the wrong time, but still, I get where she's coming from.
But let's say that movie missed by 13 million. And they made, 130 million from the Disney Plus sales. Then, there's a sound logical argument of, barely missed it because of a simultaneous release like this. She has every right to go, hey, you specifically did something that screwed me out of a bonus in my contract.
Does anybody know what that threshold is for their bonus?
Not anymore. Once upon a time during the lowball days, I could have told you. I don't know what it is now because that's just it. Back in the day, like Evans and Hemsworth, they were only making $200,000, $600,000 a film. They were the only original Avenger that was making real money was Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
the rest of them were there really for peanuts, and that was the trick. Was I want to say if the movie crossed 200 million, something like that, was where that bonus kicked in.
Yeah.
But after the first Avengers, RDJ basically sacrificed some of his salaries. Basically, like, you gotta get these folks paid. This is because it was a vast difference between his money and everybody else.
Yeah. He was making steak dinner money while they were eating peanuts.
Well, he was the biggest name going into it. Not that ScarJo didn't have a name. Not that Evans wasn't a known quantity, but he was the big boy.
Yeah.
And those early days, they almost lost Samuel L. Jackson because of the low money. But the way they managed to keep him was they signed him to like 9 pictures or something like that at the time. But yeah, that's basically when you boil down her suit. It's basically she's saying that you took this money to enrich yourself. You took this movie to enrich yourself, but you cost me money in the process. That's
I figure they'll either settle out of court and give her cut, or they'll make a side contract, which will be viable to the other, future Disney, Marvel / actors and actresses that go, hey, if you release it at the same time, that money counts toward my, threshold. Give me my check.
But you notice, then we'll talk about this later when we talk about the Spider-Man thing. In Feige's statement, one of his things about not having the trailers, he goes, we're not going to ruin it for you in theaters. He makes a point of going, it's in theaters, but The trick is, hell, they in bed with Sony. Disney Plus don't show Sony shit now, so yeah. Okay.
So he's promising something that it was going to happen regardless.
But
Yeah.
I like the fact that this legal argument with Scarlett is happening, though, because she's such a big name now. You know, she's so well known that it's best that this happens now with a big name, so it gets out of the way legally, so that a bunch of smaller, more indie talent, lesser known actors don't get continuously screwed over until there's a domino effect.
Yeah.
I'm glad we had this big one at the start, and it can get sorted out in some fashion.
Yeah. If this movie had come out before Endgame, chronological order, I guess you would say, I don't think this would have been as big an issue because it would have been fans still jockeying to see this movie. But I don't agree with what Disney did in the fact that, hey, we're just going to take money out of these actor and actors, because it didn't just
If they
affect
had
her,
that
it
bonus
affects
thing.
any of the actors that signed a contract to be in this movie.
Well,
If they had that bonus.
Yeah, if they had that bonus.
I'm here to tell you, most of them likely didn't have that. It literally just, here's your flat rate. You're getting paid this much to be in this movie. That's it. The hell up out of here. Everybody's contract is different, even if they're in the same movie.
Yeah,
Robert Downey Jr. was getting hella producers credit, and he was getting part of the gross.
Yeah.
So.
But it still is one of those things, though. It'll make any future Disney or Marvel movie going forward, they will have to, deal with this. Like, okay, here's the threshold. This is the cash you'll make, and it's something that should have been, grandfathered in, like, oh, well, wait a minute, we've got this Disney streaming service. How are we gonna handle this?
That was the trick. Let's be honest, that was
my
hell no. When that movie was originally supposed to come out, hell, they didn't have it.
Yeah.
The movie's been pushed back, twice?
Yeah.
You getting hell, I'm not, like I said, I'm not totally sure that hell Disney Plus existed when that movie was originally supposed to drop. And if it did, it was that old. So I can understand that not being part of the clause. Now Disney basically came back and was like, what the hell you whining about? We gave you $20 million for this. Get out of our face. It has not been received well, but the mouse don't take no shit.
Yeah.
And it also completely confirms that Natasha Romanoff is dead on the motherfucker in the MCU.
Yep.
Unless part of the eventual settlement is they had to bring her character back. Give me 3 more movies. How?
Just in the courtroom, they're like, all right, we'll bring you in for one more movie. And she goes, you son of a bitch, I'm in.
Well, with the what if going on and the whole Loki thing, yeah, that's possible to bring them back. They've already, pretty much said, hey, there's ways to bring Captain America and Iron Man or even Black Widow back. May not be played by the same actor and actresses, but
that's a trick, because that was another MCU internet thing over the weekend. Was, I forget who in the hell that was, and basically saying, Iron Man could be played by anybody. People lost their shit. No, it could only be Robert Downey Jr. No, it could literally be played by anybody. He would just be your favorite one. Grow the fuck up.
Yep. James Bond has already proven that.
James Bond's proven it. Batman's proven it. Superman's proven it.
Yeah.
Hulk is proving it. War Machine is proving it. No, Spider-Man's proving it. Yeah, that's some bullshit. But the characters ain't forever tied to any particular actor.
Hell, look at your daytime soap operas. How many of them folks have
dipped in? They don't watch that. I'm sticking strictly with the shit that the people in this would be complaining about.
Yeah, that's
superhero movies. How many goddamn Spider-Mans have you got? How many Batman? But yeah, that's That's basically ScarJo. That's the fight, and you've had. I want to say Emma Stone.
I heard rumors she was thinking about it. I haven't heard if she's actually doing it.
You know, Cruella didn't make shit. Okay, but I know she was one of them was rumbling. I know they went to The Rock because you know Jungle Cruise is like that, and Rock was like, "Shit, I'm good."
He's thinking about the future. I could have more work with Disney, and he's The Rock. He probably had a decent baseline paycheck.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
The trick is, if you notice, his movie was number one at the box office. It made $90-some million over the weekend. Even though a lot of the streaming whine that you hear comes from movies that flop. Cruella flopped, so it was obviously But the trick is, but that's my point. It's the movies that underperform that you hear the streaming whine because it released the same day on streaming. You know, you ain't heard shit about that with Godzilla v Kong. And Godzilla v Kong, you could not only watch same day for free. Ain't like you had to drop an extra 30 for you could watch Godzilla v Kong for free. And it's but it was for compared to Disney, it was for free. Disney, you're gonna drop $30 extra on top of that stream. Godzilla v Kong, you watched it if you had HBO Max for nothing.
Yeah.
And it came out at a time when movies were still at 50% capacity and it made money. It made money because it was a quality movie and people went and saw that shit. It's the flops that it must have been streaming. No, it was your fucking movie. If Giant Monkey versus Giant Lizard could make money at 50% capacity, why the hell couldn't yours?
Gotta imagine what it would have made.
If it had full capacity, God knows what the hell the damn thing would have made. I paid to watch Godzilla vs. Kong after I watched it for free. Because it was damn good. You watched it and was like, shit, I want to see this on the damn big screen somewhere. Black Widow, I saw it on the big screen. I don't give a fuck if I ever see it again. That's, Cruella was just a stupid concept, really, from jump.
That's why she wanted to skin puppies. She's still the good
girl.
guy.
Killed her parents.
I think a lot of
I
think a lot of these live action Disney movies is just another way for them to copyright their brand, because
Disney's chasing Wicked. And a lot of their live action stuff, they're chasing Wicked. You know the show, the Broadway play Wicked, where it's the Wizard of Oz from the Wicked Witch's perspective.
Yeah,
it's the reason why you got Maleficent and Cruella de Vil and all this. See, they're not really. See, if we tell it from their perspective, there's some kind of tragic anti-hero. No, the bitch wanted to skin puppies and make coats out of them. It's sick.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, okay, they let they don't want to let those properties slip into public domain without doing something with them. And by doing a live action movie, even if it flops, they've got that stuff copyrighted.
And they're going to get sued.
Well, the trick would also be, did Emma Stone have some kind of bonus clause thing? Because if she didn't, then it's really pointless.
Cool. Did she also have the box office clause? Yeah.
Not if Scarlett wins.
No, I mean, it would still be pointless.
Because then it's not affecting her pay any.
That she gets a bonus for box office performance.
Yeah. Now, then it's literally just whining because my movie would have done better if you hadn't put this thing on Disney Plus, which is kind of the heart. When you hear that whine, that is usually the whine that you hear.
Yeah.
Well, it also depends on what judge or judges that this case goes before, because it'll be one of those things of, okay, this did undercut the movie,
when the mouse slides them some cheese.
Yeah, but it's one of those things. I can see both sides of the argument, but I lean more toward, okay, yeah, they undercut her paycheck because the folks that paid to watch it on Disney Plus, that extra $30, that's what, 2 or 3 tickets that could have went toward her making her thing. And having worked for a company that would gleefully undercut the employees at any chance they got, if it didn't, if they could do it with the contract we had, yeah, it's one of those things of no, you owe her some money. Just, man up, pay her the money, admit you did wrong, fix it in the future that, hey, if it makes this much, whether it's box office or whether it's the streaming service, you get your check.
I'm just now
and
looking.
That'll solve
and it
that
still
issue.
sounds like it's mostly just rumor with Emma Stone. It doesn't seem like she's necessarily said anything. At least one spot is also throwing out Emily Blunt's name. But I'm wondering how much of that's just rumor mongering.
But I know the last I heard of the Emily Blunt thing, it's like she might have said something, but it kind of folded once The Rock was like, "Yeah, I ain't suing shit." And, she's in Jungle Cruise, so that's one of those. How the hell?
Well,
you
Rock
gonna
probably
sue
made
your
more money off that
co-stars,
than
basically
Emily
sitting there
Blunt
going,
did, but-
"Yeah, I'm good."
But I just want to point out that right now, even with Emma Stone,
Yeah.
it's that it's that she might have been thinking about it or maybe considering. So ain't nobody filed nothing. It's just gossip sites, rumor mongering at this point. We might as well jump in there with that, but
Yeah.
It sounds like it may be something that just. Yeah, it sounds like it's something that's going to follow whatever way the tide goes. If this is a success, you're going to see a couple more pop in. If it fails, you're going to see it quiet out. Because, if you have less of a chance than Scarlett Johansson and she doesn't make it, then you're just paying legal fees to get told no.
Yeah.
But if she wins, then you go, okay, now there's groundwork for my case to attach to. Maybe the fees will be
yeah, let's move on.
So, you ready for the next rumor?
Yeah, the more fun one.
Yeah. Rumor right now is Kevin Feige has basically said that Spider-Man, what is No Way Home, is not going to have trailers. That way you can experience the full brilliance of the MCU in the theater. And that was really the thing is, to make sure that he's letting you know that you're not gonna have a chance to pay $30 to see this. You have to see it in a theater, which is no real big deal because Spider-Man, Sony, and Disney Plus don't show Sony shit now. So yeah, it was going to be in a theater because you ain't gonna have it on Disney Plus.
I would like to state my immense love of this idea with a property that's as popular as Spider-Man. Because you don't have to have a trailer and people are still going to show up. You just have to advertise in some way. Because, random people at my job know there's another Spider-Man movie coming out. Rumor mill about it and information about it has already come out. So everybody knows it's happening. So all you have to do is give them the date and they'll know to show up.
I doubt we'll get all the way to the movie without some kind of trailer. It would be interesting if they had some kind of alternate advertising they were going to do, but we'll see.
I like the idea of skits that attach but are not part of the actual film, or any kind of real advertisement which would show the characters but not what the movie is about.
I don't know if any of y'all saw it, but you had that commercial for, I can't remember what it was, but you had Deadpool and was it Grog? The Rock dude from
you're
Thor
talking about shit. I know who you're talking about. I'm blanking on it.
But they were sitting there giving a review of a movie. I'd like to see them do, hey, such and such so and so's got a new movie. Oh yeah, really? Well, they didn't ask me to guest appear in it, and it be them kind of talking about Korg. Yeah, talking about the fact that there's a movie coming out. That would be a funny way to advertisement without showing spot. You might have some action figures sitting on Deadpool's, coffee table.
Anybody else noticed how much Ryan Reynolds is using the Deadpool suit in advertisements for Free Guy? Because you've also got the commercial where you're dealing with dude. Well, the Deadpool suit doesn't fit anymore.
Yes.
We get the bulked up version of him.
Yeah, when he's all swelled up.
Yeah, because hell, He kept the damn suit.
Yeah, he kept the suit, and then
Well, Cena kept the damn Peacemaker suit.
heck,
Yeah, who cares?
the one that played Star-Lord kept his suit.
Yeah, but Cena basically was like, "Yeah, I'm showing up to the premiere of Suicide Squad in the suit. I'm waiting for him because he's back on wrestling. I'm waiting for him to show up in that shit on a wrestling thing.
Wouldn't shock me.
He did it all because he's one of the hosts of Wipeout now. You wore the shit on there.
Oh yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? Try to stop John Cena from wearing a silly costume?
Can't see John Cena. Can see Peacemaker though.
He said, I can't see it. What do you do? I'm taking this suit. Why? Because they can't see me.
Yep.
As long as I keep waving my hand in front of my face, who's gonna stop me?
You see that big guy over there? You mean the one that thinks waving his hand makes him invisible? Yeah. Are you gonna try to stop him? No. He looks like he could eat me, and he's clearly crazy.
Is he bulletproof? No. I can stop him.
But yeah,
John Cena tackled by mob as they take piece suit from him.
I mean, considering how fast John Cena heals from injuries, he might as well be bulletproof. Anyway, that's a different tangent. Let's get back to the Spider-Mans.
So they didn't know John Cena was channeling his character from the Marine.
my name's John Triton. They took my wife.
Well, was he bulletproof or explosion proof in that movie?
Bullets be damned. Yeah, he was shrapnel proof.
This little gun could ride the explosion wave.
He was tin roof proof.
Apparently, it was also sheet metal proof. Because remember that one scene where he gets
drove him through the
didn't cut him, didn't hurt. Oh, and he's hammer proof. Remember the dude hit him with the sledgehammer.
But yeah, I believe it when as far as the Spider-Man thing, I believe it when I see it. Because hell, I've already seen toys from it. I know at some point Spider-Man is casting spells and shit. Because hell, I've seen the damn Marvel Legend of the Spider-Man casting the damn spell.
But see, at that point, is there a need for a trailer?
I don't know. The whole point of trailers, they screw up these days because they end up showing you 90% of the damn movie. But the whole point of it is to show you just enough of it to go, oh man, I want to go see this.
Well, see, that's why I say that they should have Deadpool and Korg and have them sitting there playing with the action figures.
They ain't done that though. Thing is, you run Deadpool and Korg into the fucking ground doing that shit. It was cute when they did it for this one movie. If that starts to be a thing, that's gonna get old real fucking fast. Deadpool doing it for his own movie for Deadpool 2, the shit was getting old real fast. All right, I got it. It's funny. It's funny the first couple of times I've seen it. You get into as many times as they advertise a flick, I'm getting tired of your ass. That's a bit much. And it's not a Deadpool. Reynolds ain't in it and ain't a Deadpool flick.
Yeah.
So at a certain point, it just becomes asinine and stupid.
Like, I don't know why I enjoy the idea so much of it just being a flat advertisement of having one of the actors come on and just say, we're having the movie. It's this. I don't know why I'm so, I so want that in advertisement. Is it just be direct and deadpan?
I'm sitting here trying to think of anytime they have done the advertisements of we ain't gonna show you shit. I'm trying to think how many times the movie's actually been worth watching. Because the first movie that comes to my mind of we gonna advertise it, but we ain't gonna show you shit was Godzilla, and Godzilla sucked.
Oh,
about the 90s TriStar Godzilla, where all you ever saw was his foot. You saw his foot and you saw his tail like on New Year's, and that movie sucked ass.
Did Cloverfield do something similar to that? Or they just didn't want to show the monster?
The only advertisement I really remember about Cloverfield was the Statue of Liberty head.
Yeah, come rolling down the thing.
Flying and landing in the street. They showed you just, that was just enough to go, oh, this is a giant
that was
monster.
also a movie where you didn't even get a good view of the monster in the movie until the very end. Because it was done from it was a
when you
giant
watch
monster
the
movie
thing,
from the ground level.
ground level.
Yeah, from the average survivor.
But yeah, I'm trying to think of the big budget. Like I said, I still have nightmares about TriStar Godzilla. I guess that's the reason why that's literally the first one that goes. Hey, remember the last time we didn't show you shit?
Remember how G-Fan magazine got a picture of what it looked like and printed the cover, on their cover, our worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh no, see that was. Then the studio comes out. No, see that was just that was just some pre-production stuff. We were just trying to see if we had any leaks. That's not what it really looks like. Lying pieces of crap.
Yep. Yep. Then you go there. That's exactly what that damn thing looks like.
I think TriStar knew what they had on their hands and was just trying to mitigate damage.
But I'm a fan of. I don't want to see the whole fucking. I don't want. My thing is like this: if you go do multiple trailers, don't give me a shit ton of scenes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to know the whole. I don't want to be able to basically piece together the whole fucking movie by that. But it's also one of those kind of things where you go, well, we ain't doing trailers because we want to have this, have these secrets. Well, shit. One, who controls the trailer? You decide what you put in the damn trailer. So if there's a secret that pops out in there, you put it there. And second off, this is the days of the internet. Hell, you done already seen pictures of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire walking around on set. You've seen Tom Holland and Charlie Cox walking around on set. This morning I saw a picture of Kristen Dunst and the lady that plays Karen Page in Netflix Deadpool. I've seen them walking together on set. Motherfuckers know that you got alternate realities and it's crossing over with a bunch of shit. Alfred Molina's already going, hey, I'm Doc Ock in this shit. Jamie Foxx, as soon as he got signed, with, hey, I'm Electro in this shit, but this time I'm wearing yellow. So
I like the fact you pointed it out. That's the first I've heard of it.
Yeah, that was literally the first person that said shit about that movie with Jamie Foxx, and he was like, hell yeah, I'm Electro again, and this time I'm in yellow. It was like, okay. I was like, oh, Electro's gonna be in this, huh? It's all crossing over. Yeah, we didn't have the multiverse at the time, but hell, this is gonna be their big dump.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't like you didn't have a crossover movie before, but it was just a cartoon. Now you've got an official,
Now you've got a way to ruin it.
Yeah. Before we dip, there's one more something. It's not technically MCU. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with this, but the Venom 2 Let There Be Carnage trailer dropped this week too. If anybody's seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I didn't see it.
I actually liked how Carnage looked.
Carnage looks fine. The trick is, what the fuck's the difference in him and Venom? If Carnage would have been neater if you didn't have the exact same bad guy the last movie. And then, let's be honest, Venom in this eats people. What the fuck's the difference? This guy's horrible because he kills people. Well, Venom eats people. I mean, that you have one scene in there where apparently a red symbiote is supposed to be a big deal or some crap because you have Venom go, oh shit, it's a red one. And he retreats into Eddie and he's like, what the hell are you doing? Hey, get out here. Look, get out here and I'll let you eat whoever you want. And he goes, you promise? Sure. And then he morphs out, oh yeah. And it's like, that's sick.
Yeah.
I don't like how Carnage becomes Carnage because apparently he gets it by biting Eddie.
Yeah.
And it's like, so the symbiote couldn't just leave Spawn like it did in the book. Like I said, it's got its issues. Carnage looks neat. I'll give him that. I would have liked for his skin to move more because that was the thing I always thought was neat about Carnage. Is Carnage always had shit coming off of him, but since the movie has completely glossed over the fact that Venom's not slimy, he looks like clothing. Spider-Man didn't put on a suit that looked like goop. He put on clothes. And the clothes did shit. That's what made Venom creepy is all of a sudden if your shirt grew a smile on it, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That was what was creepy about Venom. It wasn't that he looked like black snot.
Yeah. Or a big pile of tar.
Yeah.
One other thing I saw yesterday on Facebook is Ryan Reynolds in the next Deadpool movie, he wants Mobius from the Loki show to pop up.
I'm not sure that came from a reliable site. We Got This Covered is not known for.
Oh, good lord! That's from you. We got this covered. Oh no! You never share that shit.
Oh,
Ever.
I saw it on somebody else's.
Yeah, that's like taking the Inquirer edits where it's just we pluck this idea.
I hear tell they actually use darts to come up with the shit they're gonna say.
Well, I didn't see it on We Got This Covered. I saw it on somebody else's page, and they were talking about it.
Yeah, always. Yeah, we got this covered in cosmic news. If you want to do that, hell, we'll just make up some shit next time. It'd be as reliable. I hear Black Cat's gonna be the new Black Panther.
All right, let's wrap this up before we go off on any more tangents. So anyway, if anybody out there has got any opinions on the news we brought today, if we left out some important fact that that you think we should have brought up, let us know. You can leave a comment below. You can leave a comment, on our webpage, nerdeternal.com. You can also reach us at the nerdeternal@gmail.com. We've got a shop if you'd like to buy some merchandise to help us out.
Like, share, and subscribe. It's free.
Yes, that is also something you can do for free. That would absolutely help us out, and we'd appreciate it.
If you don't want to buy one of our stylish handbags
Or stylish T-shirts of the droid you're looking for.
or handbag.
So anyway, until next week, I've been your host, the experience of some called Jason, and with me today has been
The Todd Father.
CDO 113.
And the token millennial, Tarky.
and we'll see y'all next time.